what is up? So, my face is close to the camera again. I still don't have a tripod. So, this was going to be, and this is what the title will say, a review for, Brutfuner 120 oily pencils. But it's gonna veer off into a different direction. So, I've been coloring these two images with the different products I have yet to use. This one's on craft, this one's on white, and I'm like, let me just color up the craft image with these Brutfuner oily pencils first, and, that'll be out of the way. Then I can show you what it looked like on the craft paper as opposed to when I did it on camera, the white paper. It turned out disastrous. And the craft paper I was coloring on was very fibrous, so I'm like, well, maybe that's the problem. But I tested it on it's like a cream paper. Oh, it's so bad. These pencils are some of the worst pencils I have ever used. Not as bad as the Rose Art brand when I was a child, but oh my goodness, they were bad. So I'm gonna show you an image that I hadn't even finished it. I was just coloring the background, but I could not get things to blend for shit. So this is the packaging. I mean, it was nice. I paid $22.88 for it, but this was paying way too much. You're gonna have so much more success coloring with Crayola pencils than you are with these Brutfuner oilies, and I was devastated because I was on such a Brutfuner high. And they just let me down all the way to the ground. So, don't judge me. I worked really hard trying to get these stupid fucking pencils to color. Alright, here we go. So, these are super, super scratchy. And, I mean, I'm not, an expert in any sense of the way. And I know that wax pencils are going to blend better than oily pencils, but I was doing so fabulously with the Brutfuner pastels and the Brutfuner metallics that I'm like, this is a great brand. It's going to be great, even if they're oilies, yeah. So I tried really hard to get these to blend. I even used solvent to try and get the pencils to blend, to try and get the colors to move, and they would not move. So this is a much more fibrous paper. I think this came from Jennie. So, like I said, I tried it on the cream. There's no blending. There's a tiny bit of blue coming into the stark gray, but I could not get these grays to blend at all. So, because this turned out so horribly, I decided not to color the white image, or try to color the white image. I kept saying hutch. I meant to say hut. In my last video, I meant to say hut. Not hutch. I can be real dumb sometimes. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna try and fix this, and I'm gonna try and fix it with these, King Art, gel crayons. I got these at Goodwill, a couple of years ago. I don't know what brand they are, but I do know that they, blend or move around beautifully. So we're gonna try and mix some gel crayons to see what happens, to see if I can make something decent out of this image, because you know me, I don't like to do things over again. I'm certainly not going to go instant. Well, I would if I had to, because it's part of the 10% video, but I really don't want to have to go and stamp another image. Let's put it that way. But I did finish coloring a couple things with the Brutfuner macarons that I was in my last review video. And oh my god, I was just so blown away. And the macarons are labeled as an oily pencil, but oh my god, they were so beautiful. And I did not use solvent either. So I'm going to show you the craft one first. And there's not the branch here, I used Prismas because there is no dark browns or any kind of browns in the macaron set of 50. So this is using Prismas. Everything else was the macaron. I just want you to look at the background. I used, because there's not a ton of color variants, so I used two different grays, a warm gray and a cool gray. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. I certainly hope it does. But the center is cool gray, then it blends out into the warm gray, and it's just flawless. And then I finished coloring the Island Hut image with the macarons. Look at this. Look at the blending. There's 4 different colors for the sunset, because I know I just did the water on camera. 4 different colors for the sunset. It's just, oh. I was blown away. I tried to take a picture of it to show it to Milovan, but my camera's just so shit. It's not funny. But yeah, hopefully you can tell how well it blends, and this is without solvent. So, as much as I want to say Brutfuner is just a slam dunk company, I would say at this point stick with the Brutfuner macarons and the Brutfuner metallics. Stay the hell away from the Brutfuner oilies. Oily colored pencils. They're just so bad. Oh, and I was watching a video from Miss Eddie Blue, and she was showing that Brutfuner actually put out a 72 set of the macarons. So yeah, I did order that because I would love some more earth tones. I know it's supposed to be pastels, but I would love a little bit more earth tones. So let's move on. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm not testing those oilies. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it because I honestly don't want to offer on YouTube because they're so shit. I'd feel bad for whoever got it. My mom's rock club, they have Christmas bingo at the end of the year, every year. So I think I'm just going to put that as a prize on the bingo table because they are just so terrible. Are you a brown? Does this have colors? I don't think it does. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Did I lose my marker? No. Okay. I think this may have come from like Blick Art or Jerry's Artorama. I'm not sure. But yeah, these are beautiful. I haven't really played with them besides just dinking around a little bit. And to move these around, I have this, I think it's like a cuticle pusher. This has a rubber thing. So I'm going to use this to get it wet, get the gel crayons wet, and move it around. So, I know I've been talking for 10 minutes, so I've only got 20 more minutes to talk to you. What am I doing? Why am I opening skin? So I've been a little busy. So I haven't been crafting. I haven't been doing diamond paintings. I haven't been doing anything. Because when I get home, I literally have 2 hours to make a meal, to do whatever I need to do before I have to go to bed and get up in 6 or 7 hours and do it all again. So I got a new job, which is super awesome. But it's pretty far away, and the pay is crap. I've never been really concerned with how much money I make, but it does suck because the pay is crap and it's so far away. And right now I'm working full time, but that's only for my training, and then I'm moving down to part time, so I'll only be working 3 days a week. They had a full time position open, and I thought about asking if I could be bumped up into that. But when I thought about it, I don't want to drive any more than 3 days away for this job, or any more than 3 days a week for this job, because it's, it's just the driving. It's so long in the car, and it's pretty sucky. So I'm just going to stick with part-time, and then I'll have more time to craft and do whatever I want to do. And I probably should have filled this water up a little bit more. Alright, we're going to see what happens here. This paper is not meant for water, I should say. But I do what I want. This has been sitting on my desk for like 2 years. I don't know how you're supposed to use the rubber part for your cuticles. I mean, I don't know. So, I just got home from work, and I'm tired, and as soon as I get done with this video, Dottie and I are going to make some dinner, because all I ate was apples today. Because I'm super lazy. I'm not going to make a meal for lunch. So, I usually just have a bag of fruit in the car. And I eat a bag of fruit. I've been that way since I was a kid. I just eat fruit when I'm not home. Just the fruit. Alright. I think you need more brown. So, I don't know where these King Arts come from, but they are pretty awesome. They're called Artist Mixed Media Gel Sticks. I call stuff like this gel crayons. Like the Tim Holtz crayons, I just call it gel crayons. Uh-oh, I got some brown into parts I didn't want brown. It's getting pretty warpy, but I'll be able to fix that. We can fix the warp. Okay. I wanted to try and fix this image with the gel crayons because I knew that once I added some water, that it wouldn't cover up the stamped image. Okay, and I've got 2 sets of gel crayons. I thought about, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about my work at the moment. Whether I want to continue looking for work closer to here, or whether the perks of my current workplace, i.e. working with people that are nice, not working under a tyrant of a supervisor, the perks of those types of things might be enough to keep me there. And this, I'll try and get that. I don't know what's going on with that cream one, but it is not spreading. Here I am hyping it up. My silicone tip here may not be working too well for this. I thought it would be best, but I don't know. I don't know. Alright, let's... Do we have gray? We've got one gray. If I could just open up the package. Alright, we're gonna try and see, we got gray. And let's see, I think I wanted the blue on that one. It's a little bit hard to be precise with these. Probably not the best medium to use for coloring an image like this, but you know. When am I ever to do things correctly? Alright, I'm just trying to cover up this horrible, horrible pencil. And then gray. That's like a silver. Okay, let's try this. Just gonna flick off these bits here. Sorry, I got quiet. Sorry. Oh, I think it's gonna work out. I have to decide what I'm gonna do to color the serval or whatever it is. I probably won't do a product review on the Brutfuner 72 macarons because they'll probably be the exact same as the 50 count macarons. But I expect, I'll show the colors when I get it, but I expect them to color the same. And it's a little bit frustrating for me that, you know, the macaron, I'm not sure, I'd have to look at the packaging for the metallics, but, you know, the macarons, they are labeled as an oily pencil, you know, and they blend so beautifully. I would kind of expect anything under the Brutfuner brand would, you know, be of comparable quality, especially when they're both, or all three of them, are listed as oily. But yeah, I love those images that I colored with the macarons a hell of a lot more than I love the image I colored with the Prismas. I think I'm going to try and color with the Prismas again. But the blending on the macarons were just effortless. I think I got it fixed at the bottom, but I'm having a lot of problems with the top here, which is where I had the most problems with the pencils too. So I'm gonna get some more wax on here, or gel, whatever it is. See if we can't. Use your stuff. Use your stuff. I told myself that I wasn't going to buy a spare set of the macarons like I did the metallics. But then when I saw Eddie show that there's 72, it's like, yeah, I might as well get a spare pack of macarons and one with more colors. And, shit balls. GBFKE, I believe. They asked me to review some of their products, so I'm getting a package from them. I've turned down diamond painting companies that have reached out to me in the past because, I just didn't think it was a very good, arrangement. Like, the last company I turned down, okay, I think this is looking better. They sent me an email. They told me I could pick out $4 worth of stuff, which wasn't the biggest thing for me. You know, I would have said sure if it ended at that. But then they told me that they'd own any of my videos that I made on their product. And it's like, my videos are shitty. They are shitty videos, but they are my shitty videos, and I didn't want to lose control of something I made, you know. And this is an extreme example, but, you know, what if someone took ownership, what's my time? Ownership of my video, you know, and they posted it on a website that was affiliated with the Nazis. That's an extreme example, but that's the example I'm giving you. And then people who saw that my video, that my name, if you will, was associated with that company, that's not going to be good for me. And there's nothing I'd be able to do because I wouldn't own that video anymore. You know, so even though my videos are shitty, I get to say where and when my videos are posted. And so, yeah, I turned them down. I don't think it was a good situation. Well, I think I've fixed it pretty good. I still have to color. Of course, I need to get rid of my fingerprints here. Let's hold on to that. Rid of my fingerprints. I'm still not in love with this image, and I still have to color the cat itself. But I'm not as terribly unhappy as I was when I first started. I mean, now I've kind of fixed it a little, or at least I think I did, but, you know, look at the two. Brutfuner macaron, Brutfuner oilies with some gel cream. there's no comparison. So, yeah. I guess I should stop there because I need to clean my finger and make Dottie some dinner. And, yeah, I'll talk to you soon. I'm not sure what video I'll have up next, but hopefully I can get a couple videos done. I need to do some more journal flips. You know, I've made some more headway in my journal, so I need to do some more of those. To review, the only products I have left are a Dremel and a wood burner that looks exactly like a soldering iron. But I think I've gotten through everything else besides that. I was going to kit up a small diamond painting, but now with the package from GBFKE coming. Wendy, I know you said a good way to remember it, but the only part I ever remember is the good boys for GB. I think it's GBKFE. But with that package coming, I'm just gonna wait to kit up something until I get that. And I'm still working on Mazikeen, although I haven't been working on her this week because of work. But, you know, hopefully I can work on her for a few hours this weekend. I've gotten her over a quarter finished. And I'm a single placer. I know. Sacrilegious. But, yeah, maybe I'll do another just crafting video. But I'm gonna stop talking now, because you guys have probably already stopped watching, and I'll talk to you later. Adios.